What's going on, good peoples? Welcome back to another video here at Mike in the Game. It is yours truly, Mike, here with you, and we're going to be talking about the Florida Gators and their impressive win. But before we get to that, I always want to give thanks to you guys checking out the videos, liking, subscribing, interacting with it, whether you see it on TikTok or YouTube. It is always greatly appreciated. And you can also follow me on my socials, MikeFalk_ on Twitter and Mike in the Game on TikTok. But without further ado, let's get into the impressive win from the Florida Gators at home against the LSU Tigers. And when you want to talk about a big win for this team, the culture of the team and this program, it's that game right there. And it definitely starts on the defensive side of things. Coming out of this game with 7 sacks. 7 sacks within a game is pretty huge. You're causing a lot of pressure, making Garrett Nussmeier very uncomfortable within that pocket and getting to him and making him get rid of the ball a lot sooner than he may be wanting to, or before the receivers are already in their routes. They're definitely huge. Very big part of this game. Then you got to give your hats off to this defense, to that defensive line, linebackers, and the secondary. Now transition to the offensive side of things. There are definitely brighter days. There's light at the end of the tunnel because this culture is thriving within this program and on this team, and you love to see it because this is a great way to have your season get ready to end on you're beating a very tough team. LSU is not one of the slouch teams. They're definitely a tough team, and being able to do what you need to do on offense is a very big thing for you on this side of the ball. As we get into a couple of stats, DJ Lagway, shout out to him, a freshman being able to beat LSU in his first year after hurting, tweaking his hamstring, coming in the next week and being able to play says a lot about him. He was 13 of 26, so about 50%, completed about 50% of his passes, 0 turnovers, which is also huge going against another competitive SEC talented team, and 1 touchdown, which was a beautiful touchdown to Elijah Badger. So overall for DJ Lagway, not too shabby at all. I will have to say that, not too shabby at all. There are definitely brighter days, and there's definitely a lot of potential for him going forward at the University of Florida. And another player I definitely want to touch on is Jaden Ball. Being able to have some tough, heavy physical runs. He had 6 carries for 65 yards, and that's what I'm talking about. You definitely see in that game, running in between the tackles, trucking people over. That's what we as offensive linemen, we love to see it all the time. But it's definitely what the fans and the coaches like to see as well, to be able to let your shoulders down, run between your pads, run behind your pads, and let them know you're going to run hard and you're going to pick up the yards that you need to. Now, what is the outlook for the Florida Gators going forward the last part of their season? Now, they have 2 games left. One is against Ole Miss. The other one is against the home state rival, Florida State. Now, against Ole Miss, this is a big game because you have the opportunity to mess up someone's postseason. Ole Miss is in the running still to get to the college football playoffs. You win that game in enemy territory, yeah, it's definitely going to mess it up. And they have a really good chance coming off this big win. Feeling pretty good. A lot of energy and positivity going on with this team in the locker room, and the culture is definitely thriving. So there can be a possibility that you make some noise in Oxford, get this win, and mess up their season. And then the icing on the cake to finish out the season, beating Florida State. Home state rivalry is definitely how you want to end the season. On definitely a high note, being able to build on everything that you've had this season and definitely really ending on a high note is going to be very big. So these last 2 football games are definitely important for this program, and I can see them getting it done. I definitely can see them getting it done because obviously we've seen how Florida State, we'll harp on Florida State real quick, but we've seen how Florida State has kind of transpired throughout this season. It hasn't been what they've expected and gone the way they have wanted to this season. But Ole Miss, on the other hand, they've played a couple shaky games, losing to Kentucky, having a couple other shaky games here and there. There is a chance Florida can win this game. They watch film too. The film is out there. Ball don't lie. So there's definitely hope for this Florida Gators team. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think, how Florida will finish off the rest of the season, their chances, and the overall culture going on with this team as they close out the season and hopefully make it into a bowl game. This has been yours truly, Mike, here on Mike in the Game, and I will catch y'all in the next one.